Extra Time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.
Defines you, whether it is white ball cricket, red ball cricket. I have followed your journey from day one, and to see you come back the way you did in white ball cricket. Two questions. Give me a sense, because to overcome pain, and we are talking about bubble life and fatigue and all of it. Pain is part of that. That's mental pain. That Australia match, that Sydney match, the way you overcame pain, it is an inspiration to each one of us, and you did it for the country. Give me an insight into that. And the second part is white ball cricket, this comeback. Again, it sort of tells us that everything is possible. Never say never.
Yeah, I think I'll just take this back to a slightly older story here, but see, I started training differently in between 2015-16. I started training differently, meaning I wanted to add some power into it, because the T20 sport was getting into a very power domain sort of a thing. So I trained differently, and what happened was my body has limitations. My hip structure is not that of same as someone else, because I had hip injuries when I was younger, and my hip just couldn't function in the way that it functions for somebody else. If for you it rotates at 180, it doesn't rotate as much for me. So for me to realize all these things, it takes time, right? I'm a cricketer, and most of us are cricketers. We are not into sports science. We are not into exercise science. So when I started training differently, my body initially gave good results, but it started giving up. I had patellar tendon issues. Like, for people that might not understand, my knees got affected first. Went into tendonitis, because of which my hip gave up. Then I had a groin tear in England before the game, and then in Australia when I was bowling 60 overs in Adelaide, my abdomen tore, because all these are interlinked. Before which in 2015 I had a side strain. So who do I really blame? And for someone, and at Sydney, the end of it all, when after the Adelaide test, I had an abdomen tear, grade 3. In Sydney, I was bowling before the game, and I felt like I cannot go on a test match bowling if I had to bowl 100 overs. The question asked to me was whether can you bowl 50 in the first innings and 50 in the second innings. I said, I can bowl beyond pain barriers, because if there is one thing that I will never agree or never doubt about myself, is that I will not back down from a contest. I might die on a cricket field, but I will not back away from a contest. So those sort of injuries, the way things didn't pan out for me in Southampton, the way in Adelaide I gave my heart out. I probably thought I did keep an end tight and win the test match for India that game. And in Sydney, when there were murmurs spoken about how I gave up, it felt like I was being killed from the inside. So the only thing I wanted to achieve in life was to make sure that I go back, die on the cricket field trying to win a game for India, and people change that narrative. The character. If at all Ashwin is a cricketer today, it's because of the fight this dog has. It's not about how much quality this dog has. So I wanted to change that, and every single day in the lockdown when I woke up, I said tomorrow will be a better day. The sun will race, but Ashwin should be prepared for that sun racing and fighting on the field.
This is Extra Time! Extra Time!